Pay attention to the details mentioned in the conversation between two people. Each question will be based on specific information discussed in the speech. Listen carefully to the conversation about the role of social media in marketing strategies. Pay close attention to the recording as it plays question 1 to 6. Now listen carefully and answer questions 1 to 6.
Good morning, everyone. Today, we're going to discuss the role of social media in modern marketing strategies.
Thanks for having me. Social media has become a crucial tool for marketers over the past decade. It allows businesses to reach a vast audience quickly and interactively.
Absolutely. One of the key benefits of social media is its ability to target specific demographics. For example, platforms like Facebook and Instagram offer advanced targeting options that let businesses tailor their ads to particular age groups, locations, and interests.
That's right. Additionally, social media provides a unique opportunity for businesses to engage directly with their customers. Through comments, messages, and reviews, companies can gather feedback and build stronger relationships with their audience.
And let's not forget about content sharing. Social media platforms enable users to share content easily, which can help a marketing campaign go viral. This kind of organic reach can significantly amplify a brand's visibility.
Exactly. However, it's also important for businesses to manage their social media presence carefully. Negative comments or misinformation can spread just as quickly as positive content, so monitoring and responding to customer interactions is crucial.
Well put. Social media continues to evolve, and staying updated with the latest trends and tools is essential for effective marketing.
You will hear a conversation between a student and an administrator about enrolling in a lifelong learning course. Now listen carefully and answer questions 7 to 10.
Good afternoon. I'm interested in signing up for a lifelong learning course. Could you help me with some details?
Of course. We have several courses available. Are you looking for something specific?
Yes, I'm particularly interested in the Digital Marketing Essentials course. Could you tell me about the schedule and fees?
Sure. The course runs for 10 weeks, with classes every Monday and Wednesday evening from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. The total fee for the course is $300.
That sounds good. What about the enrollment process? Do I need to fill out a form?
Yes, you'll need to complete an enrollment form. I can help you with that now. We'll need your full name, date of birth, and email address.
My name is Michael Johnson. I was born on March the 15th, 1985, and my email is michael.j@gmail.com.
Great. I've noted everything down. You'll receive a confirmation email shortly with further details.
You will have half a minute time after the recording to check your answers.
You will have a half minute after the recording to check your answers.
You will hear a conversation between two colleagues discussing work-life balance. Match each suggestion made by Sarah to the corresponding benefit. Now listen carefully and answer questions 11 to 15.
Hi, John. How's everything going? You seem a bit stressed lately.
Hey, Sarah. Yeah, I've been struggling to find a good work-life balance. With all the deadlines at work, I barely have any time for myself or my family.
I can relate. It's really important to strike that balance. Have you tried setting clear boundaries between work and personal time?
I've thought about it, but I find it hard to switch off after work. My mind keeps racing with things I need to do.
I used to be like that, but I found that setting a specific time to stop working each day helped me. I also started scheduling time for activities I enjoy, like exercising or reading.
That's a good idea. I should probably start exercising again. I've heard it's great for stress relief.
Absolutely. It also helps you stay energized throughout the day. Another thing that worked for me was taking short breaks during work hours. It keeps you refreshed and more focused.
That sounds like something I could try. Maybe I'll start by taking a walk during lunch. Thanks for the tips, Sarah.
Anytime, John. Remember, finding that balance is key to long-term well-being.
You will hear a conversation between two friends discussing diet and nutrition. Choose the correct answer from the options provided. Pay close attention to the recording as it plays. Now listen carefully and answer questions 16 to 20.
Hi, Mark. I've been thinking about improving my diet and nutrition lately. Do you have any tips?
Hey, Emma. Sure, I've been reading up on that a lot. The first thing I'd suggest is focusing on whole foods, things like fruits, vegetables, and whole grains.
That makes sense. I've also heard that cutting down on sugar is important. How do you manage that?
It's definitely crucial. I started by reducing sugary drinks and snacks. Instead, I opt for natural sweeteners like honey or just a fruit if I'm craving something sweet.
That's a good idea. What about protein? I've been trying to include more in my diet, but I'm not sure how much I really need.
Protein is essential, especially if you're active. A good rule of thumb is to include a source of protein in every meal, whether it's plant-based like beans and lentils, or lean meats like chicken and fish.
That's helpful. I also struggle with portion control. Any advice on that?
Yes, portion control can be tricky. I try to use smaller plates, which naturally helps with eating less. Also, eating slowly and mindfully can make a big difference.
Those are great tips, Mark. I'll definitely give them a try. Thanks for the advice.
No problem, Emma. It's all about making small, sustainable changes.
You have half a minute after the recording ends to check your answers. Use this time to ensure your responses are accurate and that you haven't missed any questions.
You will hear a speech about adventure tourism. Use this time wisely to ensure you have selected the most accurate response for each question. Now listen carefully and answer questions 21 to 26.
Good morning, everyone. Today, I want to delve into the fascinating world of adventure tourism, a rapidly growing sector that has captivated the hearts of thrill seekers and nature enthusiasts alike. Adventure tourism has gained immense popularity in recent years, drawing people from all corners of the globe who are eager to step out of their comfort zones and experience the world in a new and exciting way. This form of tourism is not about leisurely sightseeing or relaxing by the beach. Instead, it involves traveling to remote or exotic locations to engage in physically challenging activities that test the limits of one's endurance, courage, and resilience. Adventure tourism stands in stark contrast to traditional tourism, which typically focuses on relaxation, cultural exploration, or historical sightseeing. While traditional tourism allows travelers to appreciate their surroundings from a distance, adventure tourism emphasizes a more direct, hands-on approach to experiencing the environment. It's about immersing oneself in the natural world, often in a strenuous and exhilarating manner. Whether it's navigating the rapids of a wild river, trekking through dense jungles, or climbing some of the highest peaks in the world, adventure tourism offers an intense connection with nature that few other experiences can match. Some of the most common activities associated with adventure tourism include mountain climbing, whitewater rafting, trekking, and skydiving. These activities are designed not only to provide an adrenaline rush but also to enable participants to experience the beauty and power of nature in a deeply personal way. For example, mountain climbing in the Himalayas isn't just about the physical challenge of reaching a summit. It's about being surrounded by some of the most awe-inspiring landscapes on Earth, witnessing the majesty of snow-capped peaks and experiencing the tranquility of remote wilderness. The sense of achievement that comes from conquering such challenges is unparalleled, and it's this combination of physical exertion and spiritual fulfillment that makes adventure tourism so appealing. However, it's important to recognize that adventure tourism isn't without its risks. The very nature of these activities, often conducted in remote, unfamiliar, or hazardous environments, means that participants must be well prepared and fully aware of the potential dangers involved. This often requires undergoing special training, carrying appropriate gear, and maintaining good physical condition. For instance, someone preparing for a trekking expedition in the Andes or a dive in the Great Barrier Reef needs to be equipped with not just the right physical training, but also the necessary knowledge of the environment they are entering. In many cases, the presence of experienced guides is essential. These professionals not only ensure the safety of the tourists but also provide valuable insights into the local environment and culture, enriching the overall experience. Another crucial aspect of adventure tourism that cannot be overlooked is its impact on the environment. While this form of tourism encourages an appreciation for the natural world, it also has the potential to cause environmental degradation if not managed responsibly. The influx of tourists into fragile ecosystems can lead to issues such as soil erosion, habitat disruption, and pollution. Therefore, it's imperative that both operators and participants adopt responsible tourism practices. This includes limiting group sizes to reduce the pressure on local resources, sticking to designated trails to prevent unnecessary damage to the terrain, and minimizing waste to protect the purity of the environment. Moreover, the sustainability of adventure tourism depends on the collective efforts of all stakeholders, including tourists, tour operators, local communities, and governments. By promoting eco-friendly practices, educating participants on the importance of environmental conservation, and implementing policies that protect natural habitats, we can ensure that adventure tourism remains a positive force for both people and the planet. Adventure tourism offers an exhilarating and unique way to explore the world, challenging both body and mind while fostering a deep connection with nature. However, this pursuit of adventure must be tempered with careful planning, adequate preparation, and a profound respect for the natural world. By embracing responsible tourism practices, we can continue to enjoy these incredible experiences while preserving the very environments that make them possible. Thank you.
Questions 27 to 30. You will hear a conversation about wildlife conservation. Pay close attention to the recording as it plays. The answers to the questions will be mentioned in the conversation. Now listen carefully and answer questions 27 to 30.
You have half a minute after the recording ends to check your answers. Use this time to ensure your responses are accurate and that you haven't missed any questions.
Hey, Lisa! Yes, I read about it. They're doing some amazing work to protect local species, especially those that are endangered.
That's right. I think it's great that they're focusing on preserving habitats. Many animals are losing their homes due to deforestation and urbanization.
Exactly. One of the key initiatives is to restore natural habitats by planting native trees and creating protected areas. This helps to ensure that the animals have a safe place to live and breed.
That's so important. I also heard they're working on reducing human-wildlife conflict, especially in areas where animals are straying into villages.
Yes, they're educating the local communities on how to coexist with wildlife. They've even set up warning systems to alert villagers when animals are nearby, which helps prevent accidents and protect both people and animals.
And what about poaching? I know it's been a big issue in some parts of the world.
The conservation team is also tackling that. They're increasing patrols in protected areas and using technology like drones to monitor illegal activities.
That's great to hear. It's a tough job, but it's so important to preserve our wildlife for future generations.
Absolutely. It's not just about saving animals. It's about maintaining the balance of our ecosystems. Every species plays a vital role.
I couldn't agree more, Tom. We all have a responsibility to support these efforts however we can.
You have half a minute after the recording ends to check your answers. Use this time to ensure your responses are accurate and that you haven't missed any questions.
You will hear a conversation about space exploration. Use this time wisely to ensure you have selected the most accurate response for each question. Now listen carefully and answer questions 31 to 40.
Hi, James. Have you been following the latest developments in space exploration? It seems like there's something new happening every day.
Hi, Anna. Yes, I've been keeping up with it. Space exploration has really advanced, especially with private companies like SpaceX and Blue Origin pushing the boundaries.
Absolutely. The collaboration between government space agencies like NASA and private companies has really accelerated progress. We've gone from the space race era, where it was all about competition, to a more collaborative approach that's taking us further than ever before.
That's true. One of the most exciting developments has been the reusable rocket technology. Companies like SpaceX have revolutionized space travel by making rockets that can be used multiple times. This has drastically reduced the cost of launching missions.
It's incredible how that's changed the game. With reduced costs, we can now explore more ambitious missions, like Mars colonization. I'm fascinated by the idea that humans could one day live on Mars. What do you think about that?
The idea of colonizing Mars is both thrilling and daunting. On one hand, it's amazing to think we could become a multiplanetary species. But on the other hand, the challenges are immense. Mars has a very harsh environment, extreme temperatures, high radiation levels, and a lack of breathable air.
Exactly. The technology needed to sustain life on Mars is still in its early stages. We're looking at building habitats that can withstand the environment, creating systems to produce water and oxygen, and even growing food in Martian soil.
Speaking of growing food, the experiments with hydroponics and aeroponics are promising. Scientists are working on ways to grow plants in space, which is essential for long-term missions. If we can grow food on Mars, it would be a huge step forward.
That's one of the key aspects of making Mars habitable. But we also have to consider the psychological effects of living so far from Earth, the isolation, the confined spaces, and the long duration of the mission could take a toll on astronauts.
Right, the mental health aspect is crucial. Astronauts would need to be prepared for the challenges of living in such an extreme environment. Support systems, communication with Earth, and even virtual reality could help mitigate the effects of isolation.
And let's not forget about the journey itself. Traveling to Mars takes about 6 to 9 months, depending on the alignment of the planets. During that time, astronauts will be exposed to space radiation, which is a significant concern.
Space radiation is definitely one of the biggest challenges. There's ongoing research on shielding techniques to protect astronauts, but we still have a lot to learn. And then there's the issue of muscle and bone loss due to prolonged weightlessness.
That's right. The lack of gravity in space causes muscles and bones to weaken over time. Astronauts on the International Space Station exercise regularly to combat this, but will need more effective solutions for longer missions like a trip to Mars.
It's clear that while space exploration holds incredible potential, it's also fraught with challenges. But that's what makes it so fascinating. Each problem we solve brings us one step closer to making space travel more accessible and sustainable.
I couldn't agree more. And it's not just about Mars. The advancements we're making in space technology have applications here on Earth as well, from satellite communications to climate monitoring.
Absolutely. Space exploration drives innovation in countless fields. It's an investment in our future, not just as a means to explore the universe, but also to improve life on Earth.
Well said, James. It's an exciting time to be following space exploration. Who knows what the next decade will bring? Maybe we'll see the first humans set foot on Mars or establish a permanent lunar base.
The possibilities are endless, Anna. Space truly is the final frontier, and I'm thrilled to see where it takes us.
You have half a minute after the recording ends to check your answers. Use this time to ensure your responses are accurate and that you haven't missed any questions.